time, a protein is released in your brain, and it actually creates new neural pathways. So it is an optimal time to think and to learn and to create and to focus.
That's so cool.
So it's harnessing that power to create the life of your dreams.
Well, isn't that interesting how exercise is a type of stress? And in our culture, we always hear about how bad stress is. You got to have stress out of your life. But what you're saying is you can actually reshape your neurons, reshape your bioelectrical or brain electrical energy with exercise or stress. So stress in that sense is actually can be used to our benefit, correct?
It can. It absolutely can. And they've done some really amazing studies with some schools. There's one in Chicago where they've revamped their entire phys ed program. All the kids walk around with heart monitors, and they have to run every day, and they integrate it throughout the day. And what they found, besides the fact that the obesity rate is almost non-existent in that school, also their test scores in science and math are some of the highest in the world.
Well, and that's
so that
inner
was
city?
really what triggered. What's that?
Is that an inner city school? An inner city?
It's outside the city. It's not in the heart of Chicago.
Uh-huh.
It's on the outskirts of Chicago, but still, the highest in the world is pretty impressive. And that was part of what triggered some of these studies, and that's when they really started to learn that, wow, the brain is capable of being rewired, essentially.
That's awesome.
And exercise is a big way to get there. And they've used it with children who are ADD or ADHD, and their test scores improved about 400%. So it's quite amazing. It's not just the endorphins that you get. It's why you often, when you're exercising, you do think of really great ideas. That's an actual chemical, physical thing that's happening in your brain. And we want that, and we want to use that to create the life that you really want and to change the patterning in those thought processes and those questions in your life so that you can get what you want.
How cool would it be if we had Motocize in all the schools?
It would be really cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? That's awesome. Well, that should be one of your goals, to get kids because kids exercise, obviously. A lot of us exercise, but nobody's ever thought, Sonia, congratulations, nobody's ever thought to combine motivational ideas and affirmations with exercise, and it seems like a no-brainer, like all great ideas.
Well, I guess that's a good thing for me, right?
Yeah, it's a really good thing for you.
Right.
So how do listeners, let's say we've got a couple things. We only have a few more minutes here, but a couple things. A lot of my listeners, a lot of the folks who listen to The Bright Side are dealing with some kind of health challenge or know somebody who's dealing with a health challenge. So just pretend you're talking to somebody who's dealing with, say, an autoimmune disease, for example, or perhaps arthritis or, God forbid, cancer. How would you address them, and what would you tell them from a Motocize perspective, in just like maybe, I know it's hard to do, but maybe in 60 seconds or 30 seconds or so? How would you guide them through a process to allow them to leverage your ideas, to leverage the Motocize ideas?
I would say move as much as physically possible if you're able to. It doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't have to be doing jumping jacks. You can still walk or do some form of movement. And while you're doing that, think of what is it that you already have. What is it that you have? What is it that you want? And what is it that is stopping you from moving forward? How, if that didn't exist, what's one thing that you would do today to make something else happen? Just one thing. It doesn't have to be a big step. It can be a tiny, tiny little thing. And then build on that. And what's one more thing you can do tomorrow? But it's great to come from a place of almost a blank slate or a positive slate. So you want to go through the process of what is it that you have? What's exciting in your life? What are you capable of from here? What is it that you want? And how can you, from this place, move forward?
And do it while you're moving your body.
And do it while you're moving. Even if it's just a small pacing. It can be, go at whatever pace you're capable of. You can do it while you're riding a bike. You can do it while you're swimming. You can do it while you're walking. But move, because the movement will activate the muscles, which will activate the neurons, which will activate the brain, and which will help you tap both that body and that mind and enlighten your spirit as well.
Can it be something like just taking a walk, or do you have to have a stress, like a resistance of some kind when you're doing the movement?
If you're capable of it, the more you can raise your heart rate to a place where you're being challenged, the better it is. But if that's not possible for you, any kind of movement is good.
That's awesome. Thank you.
So, yes, if you
Sonia,
yeah.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to.
I was just going to say, if you can, challenge yourself. Take yourself just that little bit further without going into a place of injuring yourself or taxing your body. Because if you have an autoimmune disease or something, you also want to be sensitive to doing that gently. You want to honor that part of your body at the same time you want to move forward.
Even the sick part of your body. Honor the sick part of your body, you're saying?
Yeah, you want to listen to what it has to say, and how can you talk to it? I would say talk to that part of your body. Where is it? What does it have to say? What does it need? And how can you work together as opposed to against each other?
You mean you can communicate with your body? You can have a dialogue, not just listen. You can actually
absolutely
communicate.
can. In fact, I do that with clients sometimes. It's great fun. Step into that. Step into your body, or step into that part of your body. Give it a personality. What does it have to say? Because it may have a really powerful message. And so, as you say it, as that person or a thing or body part, and then step back into you and respond.
That's
you might feel a little psychotic at first, but it is a very, very powerful exercise that can give you great information.
Sonia, we're out of time, but I know there's people out there who want to participate, who want to be involved somehow. Tell us what we can do. Go to the website, moticize.com, correct?
Yeah. Go to moticize.com, MOTICISE.com, and there's a free download for a guided visualization that I think would be really helpful for your audience, and also an ebook, a free ebook that they can use just to get started. And the DVD is available there and also on Amazon.com. And
Sonia, we're out of time. It's been awesome talking to you. Thank you so much, Sonia. Maybe we'll have you on again. I hope we can do that. Thank you, Sonia. That was Sonia Satra. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You've been listening.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Attention listeners, SurvivalLife.com is giving away free EverStrike permanent matches for a limited time only. These matches are waterproof and will light in any weather condition, rain, snow, or sleet. It will still throw a spark. Its built-in ferro rod strikes at 3,000 degrees, and it is good for 15,000 strikes. Normally, $15. Today, it's free. Get yours at freesurvivallighter.com. Again, that's freesurvivallighter.com. Hurry, supplies are limited. Visit freesurvivallighter.com today.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425-4610.